Hello gamers, welcome to Teesside Times Battle Report. Today I'm taking on Matty and his Orks, and I'm using my Dark Angels. We're playing Dominate and Destroy, one of the new missions in Chapter Approved, and we are playing Vanguard Strike Deployment. The Orks are here, ready to fight for brave and noble Dark Angels. And these are the Dark Angels, led by Belial. Obviously, in the Codex, he no longer has access to the Storm Shield and Thunderhammer, so he's just having his sword and his Stormbolter, but I'm not going to convert the model back because I like this one. I then have Interrogator Chaplain Raphael, and he has the Shroud of Heroes, and a Librarian on bike, obviously again, not in the Codex, but he's in the Index, and Matt is allowing me to use him in this Supreme Command detachment here. I then have a Vanguard detachment led by a Librarian in Terminator Armour. I have the Deathwing Ancient there holding the banner aloft, and the Deathwing Champion. I have 5 Deathwing Knights, a squad of 6 Deathwing here, 4 with Thunderhammer and Storm Shields, 1 Lightning Claw, a Sergeant with a Sword, and 1 with Cyclone Missile Launcher. And then I have a squad of 7 Deathwing Terminators here with Stormbolters and an Assault Cannon. And then 2 Flyers, the Dark Talon and the Nephilim Jetfighter, giving me some air support. And that's 2,000 points. I don't have many command points, but hopefully I'm a tough army. Let's go look at Matty's Orks. And these are forces of War Nasher Gore Ripper. It's an outrider detachment led by the big man himself, Nasher Gore Ripper, on his bike / cyborg boar, and then we have a unit of Knob Bikers and a Pain Boy here. 1, 2, 3 Deathcopters or Flying Piggies, 2 squads of Ork Bikers, each with a Power Fist on the knob, 3 Grot Tanks here, and a super heavy auxiliary detachment. This big scary kill tank here with lots of big boom guns on it. And that's also we have a big mech and 4 mega armored knobs. I'm going to be riding around this. That's 2,000 points. Not a big army, but neither's mine. And these guys hit hard and are very, very fast. Okay, that's deployment done. Matty's big kill tank is here next to objective 6. In the centre of this bombed out chapel, which we're counting as ruins for the whole of it, so it'll be 4 plus cover saving, or an extra cover saving there. We have an objective, we have Knob Bikers, we have Nasher Gore Ripper, and the Grot Tanks here. Hiding behind here to deny the space to deep strike, we have 1 squad of Ork Bikers and another squad here next to objective 3 in this building. And then on my side I have my Nephilim, I have my 2 Librarians and my Deathwing Knights. They're acting as bait, and over here we have the Dark Talon. That's my deployment, that's Matty's deployment, and at the moment Matty's got first turn. Let's go roll some dice. Let's see if the Dark Angels can seize initiative. Okay, go and roll dice, see if we can seize initiative. Answer 3. No, the Dark Angels going second. Let's go on to Ork, turn 1, and let's see what Nasher Gore Ripper is going to do. So that's the end of movement phase, turn 1 for the Orks. The kill tank has rolled on top of the objective in the crater here, getting Matty back point. Over here, Nasher Gore Ripper, he's been cunning and brutal. He's staying put. He's holding objective 4. And over here, these Boar Riders have moved up to get objective 3. And these ones have stayed put here, denying me space to deep strike. And then have come in for Flying Pigs. 1 Deathcopter has landed here, getting objective 2. 1 Deathcopter has landed here, getting objective 5. And another one has took objective 1 here. Matty's got control of all the objectives. giving him 6 points his turn. Now let's go on to shooting phase. Let's see how much damage the Orks can do. Okay, end of shooting phase. Rockets from this Death Copter, from this Flying Pig, and from this one, all shot at my Nephilim Jet Fighter, and not one of them hit. And then fire came from the kill tank here, and Matty only hit twice. Needed freeze to wound and did no damage. That's the end of shoot phase. Let's go on to Dark Angels, turn 1. And that's in my movement, turn 1 for the Dark Angels. My Deathwing Knights and my Librarian here have headed towards this Death Copter. I need to clear them off the unit, off the objectives, so I need to kill it. Hopefully charge it and claim that one myself. My Dark Talon has flown over. I'm going to find my Whiff Cannon. I have a kill tank here. And if need be, find my Bull Guns and try and kill this guy. In the centre of the board, my Deathwing Champion has deep struck. He's going to go for a charge and try and clear this Death Copter off this objective. While my Librarian has moved over here, getting ready to cast Smite and try and kill this one. My Nephilim has flown around here. He's going to be putting some shots down on this unit. And one unit of Deathwing have deep struck here. I'm going to help them hopefully kill this squad. My other units are staying in reserve to force Matty to show his hand and see what Nashikor is going to do, so I can react. Let's go on second shooting phase. Let's see how much damage we can do. Okay, that's the end of the shooting and psychic phase. Over here, my Librarian cast Smite on the Death Copter here and took a couple of wounds of it, and then my Nephilim Jet Fighter had to fire everything else at it to kill it, and I just managed to do so. Over here, again, the Librarian did some damage on the Death Copter that was here, and my Hurricane Butlers from a Dark Talon finished it off. I also took 6 wounds off a kill tank here with my Whiff Cannon. And then, my final bit of shooting, round here, this Terminator squad took out 2 of this squad here, so hopefully I might be able to charge that lone guy there. I need to, because I need to get some points. I need to claim the objectives. Unfortunately, by killing this with shooting, I'm not going to get charged here, so I won't get that point. Let's go on to charge phase, and let's see if these guys can get in. Okay, end of my turn, and these guys were unable to do the charge, but took no damage from Overwatch. However, over here, my Deathwing Champion was able to get into combat with the last Death Copter, and he tore it down. I had to use 2 command points, one to make a charge and one to get an extra wound, but it was worth it, because by holding this objective, and my Librarian holding this one, along with the kills I've done this turn and First Blood, I have 6 points. So I'm equaling Matty. Let's go on to our turn 2, and let's see what Nashikor is going to do. Okay, that's the end of movement phase for Matty on turn 2, and the Orks have responded with speed and violent intent. The Knob Bikers, the squad of Ork Bikers that were hiding around the back of the battlefield, and the lone Knob from that squad here have headed up this way, ready to rip apart the Terminators. While over here, Nashikor Ripper has heard the challenges shouted by my Deathwing Champion, and he's led his Mega Armored Knobs to come and silence him. That's in movement phase. Everything else has stayed put. The kill tank has stayed ready to open up with its guns. The God tankers are still holding this objective. Let's go on shooting phase, and let's see what damage the Orks are going to do. So at the end of shooting phase, all these Knob Bikers, the normal Bikers, Omen 5 Terminators, caused 3 wounds, killing 1 and wounding another of my Deathwing over here. And over here, Nashikor Ripper and his Mega Knob Bodyguard took 3 wounds of my Deathwing Champion. While over here, the kill tank opened up fire and has ripped apart my Dark Talon. It's only got 2 wounds left, it's smoking. Okay, end of fight phase. and these knobs on bikes pulled down 2 of my death ring and wounded another one. I was able to take 2 wounds off one of them with chain fist, but not enough damage to make me run away. And my guys, well, we're in a circle. We're not scared of orcs. And over here, the Mega Knobs and Nasher Gore Ripper ripped apart my Death Ring champion here. However, I used 2 command points to use stratagem. Only in death does duty end, and I struck back in my death throes and took 5 wounds off Nasher Gore Ripper. My Death Ring champion was an absolute beast. He's dead, but I'll live with that exchange because Nasher Gore Ripper is down to 2 wounds. And that's the end of Matty's turn. He has 1 command point. He has 1 victory point for holding this objective. 1 for holding this one. Another for holding objective 4 here. We've got tanks. 1 more victory point because this orc boy is holding objective 3. And he's killed a unit. That's 5 victory points this turn. So, end of movement phase. My librarian has advanced over here to claim this objective. My Death Ring Knights have advanced this way, getting closer to the Meg Knobs and Nasher Gore Ripper. My librarian has just moved a bit further away from Meg Knobs and Nasher Gore Ripper as well, because that unit scares me. And over here, Belial and my Death Ring Ancient have deep stuck in, getting ready to go and help this squad out. While both my flyers have moved this way, my Dark Talon flew over the Mega Knobs and dropped its stasis bomb. Did 4 mortal wounds on the unit, which is useful, killed one of them off and wounded another. And my Nephilim has flown into the corner here, getting ready to put some shots down on these grot tanks, I think. My remaining reserves interrogate Chaplain Raphael and this squad of Death Ring Terminators have deep stuck here, getting ready to try and take out the kill tank here. Let's go on to the second shooting phase. Let's see how much damage Force of the Dark Angels can do. Okay, end of the psychic and shooting phase. This librarian, along with firepower from a Dark Talon and my Death Ring Ancient, were able to bring down the Mega Knobs there, leaving Nasher Gore Ripper all alone. Over here, I did no damage on the kill tank. However, my librarian here was able to cast Aversion on it, so it's got -1 to hit. And my last bit of shooting hit was here. My Nephilim Jet Fighter was able to pick out the Pain Boy and made a mess of him all over the battlefield. That's the end of shooting phase. Let's go on assault and let's see if these Death Ring can survive, or if Belial can make the charge. So at the end of charge phase, Belial and these Death Ring Terminators, even with Matty using 2 command points to interrupt my combats, destroyed most of the Knob Warbikers here, leaving only 1 left, and I suffered no damage in return. While over here, the combined might of the Chaplain and this big Death Ring squad here were unable to finish off the kill tank. It's got 10 wounds left and is still holding that objective. I only have 1 here. 1 point for killing the Meg Knobs and 1 point for holding this objective here, so 3 points. I'm still 2 behind Matty, and we're going on to Orc, turn 3. Okay, end of the shooting phase, and the kill tank has reversed, getting ready to open up fire at these guys. The grot tanks have moved forward. They're going to use the best anti-fly weapon in the game and flame my Dark Talon out of the skies, while this squad of Orc bikers, Matty could have gone over here and gone into combat here, but there's no objectives over here. There's nothing of any use, really. He probably wouldn't kill Belial, so he's bringing them this way, I think, aiming to get this objective next turn. While Nasher Gore Ripper, well, he's an Orc, and there's a man over here he wants to kill. He's come this way. Let's go on the shooting phase. Let's see how much damage the Orcs can do. Okay, end of shooting phase, and Nashagor Ripper, his Scorcher and his Dagger guns took 2 wounds off my Librarian. While over here, the Scorchers from Grot Tanks brought down my Dark Talon in the centre of the board. And then over here, a bit of miscalculation by me, and my Interrogator Chaplain was just a few millimetres closer to the tank than the Deathwing, so he took 2 wounds from a big gun there. That's the end of shooting phase. Let's go on to charge and assault. So at the end of turn, and Belial was able to kill this last Meganob here. However, my Librarian was not so lucky, and he got ripped limb from limb by Nashagor Ripper. Matty has 5 points this turn, 1 for this objective, 1 for killing my Librarian. This Orc still holds objective 3. The Grot Tanks hold objective 4, and the Kill Tank holds this objective. And Matty also got this one, so that's 6 points this turn. He's steaming ahead. Let's go on to Dark Angel, turn 3. So that's the end of turn 3 movement for the Dark Angels. The Deathwing Knights headed towards Nashagor Ripper, and I've moved my Ancient over here as well. If he gets a charge, brilliant. If not, I should still be within 6 inches if I make it in combat to get his benefits. Belial has moved through this building. He's getting ready to charge the last Orc around here and claim his objective, while this squad of Deathwing has moved up in support. And over here, this large squad of Deathwing has moved up, ready to charge the Kill Tank again, while Interrogator Chaplain Raphael has moved around this flank of it, and my Nephilim Jetfire has moved, ready to put some fire either on that or his Grot Tanks. Let's go on the second shooting phase. Let's see what we can do. Okay, end of the shooting phase. This squad, although they could only see Nashagor Ripper, were unable to fire because these guys are closer and we can't fire characters if there's a unit closer. So that left my Ancient to fire Stormbolt at him, and I did no damage. Nashagor Ripper is still on 2 wounds. Over here, however, my Nephilim Jetfire took out 2 of the Grot Tanks, leaving only 1 left. And then over here, a missile from his Terminators and Stormbolt fire from Interrogator Chaplain Raphael took the Kill Tank down to 2 wounds. And that's the end of my shoot phase. Okay, end of the assault phase. Belial cut down 2 of the bikers here and took the Nob down to 1 wound. However, he suffered damage on Overwatch and took 2 wounds from the Nob's Power Claw. And over here, the Deathwing Knights butchered Nashagor Ripper. And then I attacked and fought the Kill Tank. And I killed it. However, it blew up. And as you can see, Interrogator Chaplain Raphael has been blown up in the explosion, along with 2 of my Terminators. The big mech's out. He's on foot now. And we're going on to Orc turn 4. I got 5 victory points this turn. It's going to be close. Let's go roll some dice. Let's see what happens. Okay, end of the movement phase, Matty, and it was a quick one. He only has 4 models left. The Grot Tank has pulled back, holding objective 4. The big mech for Warlord has moved onto objective 2, claim that point. This Nob remains in combat, while this last Orc is holding objective 3. Let's go on the shooting phase, and let's see if there's any damage the Orcs can do. And the answer to that question is none. The big mech had 1 shot and he missed. Let's go on the fight phase. Let's see if the Nob can bring down Master for Deathwing. Okay, end of the assault phase, and well, the Orc Nob, he only hit Belial on 5s because he had a power fist and Belial has his sword, which minuses 1 to hit him. So therefore Belial lived, and then he tore the Nob down. I haven't consolidated into this knob here because he's got a power fist, and I don't want to risk Bilal dying yet. That's the end of the turn. Matty has 1 point, 2 points, and 3 points here. He's running away for his points, but he's just got to survive. Let's go on to Dark Angels, turn 4. Okay, end of the movement phase. This squad has continued to walk around the building, but because Terminators are so slow now, they've still got nobody in line of sight of them. My Ancient remains on objective 5 here. My Deathwing Knights are going through the wreckage of a Dark Talon and heading towards the big mech here. Get ready to slay the Warlord and claim battle objective. While over here, this squad remains still. They can put some fire on the Grot tank if the Nephilim doesn't kill it. The Orks are surrounded. The Dark Angels, they get ready to destroy them all. Let's go on to the sight shooting phase. Let's see if we can do it. Okay, end of shooting phase, and the Nephilim jet fighter blew the last Grot tank apart. That left my cyclone missile launcher to shoot the big mech. However, I missed. So we're going to have to go and beat him in combat. Let's go on to charge and assault phase. Okay, end of turn, and indeed end of the game. The Deathwing Knights butchered the big mech here, claimed this objective. And Belial caused 8 wounds on the poor knob that was here, and he's moved up here, claiming this objective. So I have 1 point for this objective, and 2 for here. 3 for holding this one for Deathwing. 4 for my Ancient holding this objective. And 5 for my Librarian, who stood on this objective most of the game. I killed 3 units in this turn. The big mech, the Grot tank, and the last Boar Rider here give me 3 points. So that's 8, and an extra point for Slay the Warlord. I'm going to add the points up. I'm going to see what the total score was. We'll get back to you. Okay, we've counted up the points, and Matty had 20. However, myself and the Dark Angels got 24. It was very close on points. Although Matty's been wiped off the table, he did get a lot of points, especially in those first few turns with his very fast army. A very, very good game. Really enjoyable. The hero, I think for me, I'm going to go for Belial because he just destroyed every unit he fought. However, the Flyers were also very good. Took lots of damage off lots of units. For Matty, his greed, it was probably the knob biker who sat on this objective and got 4 points for just sitting there. Still a very, very good game. Thanks to Matty for a good game. Thanks to you guys for watching. Till the next one, take care and keep rolling 6s.